Hello and welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. And I'm here with some highlights from Prince Harry and Meghan's time in Colombia. So first of all, a quick recap as we've been doing on the channel. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex explored a new city in Colombia as part of their international trip. They arrived in Cartagena on August the 17th. There, the couple visited Escuela Tambores de Cabildo, a local drum school working to preserve the art form of traditional African drumming. Harry and Meghan were welcomed to the hub with the sounds of booming drums and were greeted by the school founder, Rafael Ramos. Following an opening performance, they heard from members of the local community of all ages about the importance of preserving Cartagena's culture, specifically its Afro-Colombian roots. As a gift, one student gave the Duke and Duchess of Sussex a small wooden boat, a tribute to the coastal city and its beaches. Then the Sussexes joined a student-led drum lesson with Colombian Vice President Francia Marquez and her husband Rafael Pinillo. The jam session was followed by a performance from some of the locals which brought Meghan and Marquez to their feet. Ramos said in Spanish, speaking of Meghan's reactions to the performance, quote, "I love seeing Meghan's big smile. I can tell she's excited," end quote. After the performance, Marquez gave a passionate speech about the importance of tradition in preserving Colombian heritage. The vice president touched on how cities like Cartagena epitomizes Colombian culture and how the art form of drumming in particular is a symbol of freedom for Black communities around the world. Marquez also said that part of her inspiration to invite Prince Harry and Meghan to Colombia was because she views them as key voices against injustice, saying, quote, "The Duke and Duchess came to Colombia. This is Colombia. This is where the roots of our ancestors and our forefathers are from," end quote. She also told the crowd that included members of her own family who she brought along for the event, quote, "A community like this cannot be displaced," end quote. Cartagena is a northern port city on the country's Caribbean coast and the capital of the Bolivar department. And its walled city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The hub in the Caribbean region is home to just over 1 million people, and the Republic of Colombia's official tourism site bills it as, quote, "a jewel of world heritage," end quote. So Harry and Meghan enjoyed their time, and they also took a look at the monument of the founding father of the town, Bencos Bioho, and the city of Cartagena, which was established by a group of courageous Africans led by Bioho, who escaped slavery and sought refuge in the jungles of Colombia's Caribbean region, served as a symbol of resistance and freedom and provided sanctuary for those seeking liberation. UNESCO in 2005 declared it a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. So in my previous video, I did talk a bit about the founding father and this town, which is home to about 3,500 people. If you want to know more about that, links will be appearing in the cards and at the end screen. Kindly, after this, go check that out. It is so precious and an inspirational story as well. So it was great to see Harry and Meghan bringing a spotlight much needed to this region. And Hernandez, who is 38, a contractor for Colombia's Ministry of Culture who served as master of ceremonies for the event, said, quote, "This visit has been very symbolic for us. The Duke and Duchess broke their protocols to thank us for opening the doors of our community to them," end quote. He also went on to say, quote, "They told us that they understood the importance of San Basilio de Palenque for the history of Colombia and the world. First, they visited San Basilio de Palenque's cultural center where Francia Marquez spoke and the national anthem of Colombia and the anthem of Palenque were played," end quote. They were given a tour of the region and the history was explained to them. So what love they had there. And you can see Harry and Meghan having an outfit change there as they went to San Basilio de Palenque. And they were seen walking around, Meghan in an all-white ensemble, donning a pair of shades and topping it off with, I think, one of her favorite style of hat. And Harry as well, looking casual and relaxed in a pair of black shades with, it seems to be a linen shirt, which is powder blue. He did seem to gravitate towards that color quite a bit during this visit, and a pair of white pants. So they look so chic and yet very relaxed. A lot of the reports said that the day was very hot, and it shows. Now let's cover today's events. The couple today graced the Petronio Alvarez Festival in Cali, a celebration of Afro-Colombian music, and Meghan also gave a speech about female empowerment. So day 4, the final day of the tour, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex today stepped out in the city of Cali and were to be part of meetings to highlight and uplift Afro-Colombian women and young people from the Pacific region. There was a clip that I saw earlier as well on X or Twitter, where there was a huge throng of people waiting to meet the Duke and Duchess. The atmosphere was electric with excitement. Everyone was so happy to have the Sussexes in their midst. And then, of course, the couple stepped out yet again. They did not disappoint. Where they beamed as they stepped into the theater, you could see Harry and Meghan greeting attendees and smiling and waving hands. And it was such a vibrant and happy atmosphere for everyone who was right there with the Sussexes. So, by the way, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex did not disappoint. Both of them looked summery and so chic in what they were wearing. Meghan wearing a white sleeveless top with a skirt that once again had some patterns on it. And her hair was in an updo with some loose hair framing her face. Harry as well wearing a very light linen shirt and a dark pair of trousers. And Meghan took to the stage during the convention, removing her earpiece and speaking Spanish to the crowd.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Me gustaría empezar en español. Porque estamos en su país, mi marido y yo, y puedo sentir este abrazo de Colombia y es increíble. Entonces, gracias, muchas gracias, porque la cultura, la historia, todo estaba como un sueño, este viaje. Y perdona si mi español no está perfecto, porque yo aprendí hace 20 años en Argentina, pero estoy tratando. Porque acá puedo sentir esta comunidad y este es el sentimiento que es lo mejor del mundo ahora. Entonces, gracias, vicepresidenta, mi amiga. Muchas gracias. Y bueno, ahora en inglés.
I love how she jokingly mimed wiping sweat from her forehead as the crowd applauded. And who remembers Harry doing that as well? So they truly do mirror each other. That was so sweet. Meghan also talked about how she was fortunate at a young age to feel her voice was being heard. And she reminded them about the commercial where she penned a letter to have the language changed to make it less sexist at age 11. And she said, quote, that this is the work that we do as parents, that I do as a mother, is ensuring that young girls feel as though their voices are being heard, and also that young boys are being raised to listen and hear these young women as well, end quote. So what a fantastic time. Look at the love in the room. And I love these pictures of Meghan greeting some of the attendees. There was such warmth in the room and such a great sentiment as well, even from Meghan expressing how it meant to her to be with them there. And once again, Meghan expressing how impacted her and Harry have been by the history, the culture of Colombia, as well as the love. So it's been a fantastic time seeing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on this stop, where they were in the salsa capital of the world in Cali. And of course, they were treated to a fantastic musical performance by Cynthia Montaño. Here on YouTube, they did have the live stream of Meghan having this fantastic talk. So it is up there. I will link this in the pinned comment, so be sure to go and check out the whole video. Meghan was dropping a lot of truths in that. So yes, it's been a fantastic time seeing the Sussexes in Colombia. Lives have been transformed. Friendships have been also made as well. Meghan, they're calling the vice president her friend. And I think there's going to be amazing stories of transformation that will emerge as the years go ahead from the Sussexes' visit to Colombia. So yes, it was great to see the love on the ground. And it's interesting, as an aside, I have to point this out. An article pointed out Harry and Meghan's visit has been so markedly different in the reception that they have received. They pointed this out, and this is a quote, and this is by the way from mirror.co.uk. This is a quote. Listen. Quote, royal visits to the nearby Caribbean have been overshadowed in the last few years by ever-growing calls for a full apology from the British monarchy for its role in the slave trade. King Charles faced protests from slave trade campaigners when he visited Barbados to celebrate the island being made a republic. And the Prince and Princess of Wales' Caribbean trip was beset with accusations that some engagements appeared colonialist. So they too are pointing out that Harry and Meghan have had a very open welcome, and on the ground, no protests, just love. So indeed, God is good, and we praise and thank Him for that. So share thoughts on that tidbit in the comment section. So share thoughts on all this news in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially, and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you, Black Queen, who is one of the channel moderators here. And I want to say thank you for the tremendous kindness that you have continued to show. Thank you for being a continued blessing to me and to this channel. Know that you are loved and appreciated. Truly, this channel is so much better because you are a part. I love you. Thank you. And a very special thank you now to those of you who gave through Super Thanks. A very special thank you to you, Alma Andrews, who once again has been so kind. Thank you for your loving support, and I truly appreciate you. Know that you are seen, valued, and loved, and I pray for God to continue to bless you and yours. I love you. Thank you. A very special thank you as well to you, Lydia Evakes 4888. Thank you once again. I appreciate you for your continued support and genuine love and your thoughtfulness. You are a beautiful and generous soul. Thank you. Thank you. And a very special thank you once again to you, Patricia Crenshaw. Patricia, you are so sweet and a godsend. I appreciate you for always going above and beyond to show your love through your generous giving. I'm so touched by how generous you are. Thank you. Thank you. It has been an amazing time covering the Sussexes in Colombia. And now, once again, share your thoughts with us about all this, your highlights in the comment section. If you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. It truly does help out the channel. And also follow on Twitter or X. I'd love to see you on there for more informal posts. Have a great day. Keep it here for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.